Welcome to episode 17 of A Message From. We're your hosts. I'm Allison.
And I'm Edward.
And this is part 2 of the New York episode.
Yes.
So we left off last time saying we needed a part 2 because I was talking so much. I had so many stories.
There's just so much that happened.
A lot happened.
Yeah.
I was there for
4 days?
4 days, yeah.
Oh.
Left Thursday, came back Monday.
Right. And as you're a great storyteller, you've got a lot to say. A lot happened. We decided that it would be a smart choice to do a two-parter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am a great storyteller.
It's
Thank
true.
you so much.
You're so welcome. Also buttering you up because I was super late to recording today.
Yeah. I was just sitting here like, doo-doo-doo.
I know. You can blame my mother and my father for that.
Hello, Edward's parents. I do not blame you for anything.
Just me. Just me.
Just Edward.
So where are we starting again? You had a story to tell me.
Yeah.
About
Yeah, so you told us about getting sniffed by the dogs.
I did.
And the sniffing thing just made me flash back to this moment outside of the train station in New York. So on Monday, my train to come back to DC wasn't leaving until like 5:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't want to deal with like leaving my bags at the Airbnb. It totally would have been fine. But then I would have to worry about like getting back there to pick up my bags and back to the train station, which is like central. So I was like, no, I'm going to store my bag.
Station or whatever?
No. So it was like Penn Station, but they made the old like huge fancy post office building across the street from Penn Station a new train hall for all the Amtrak trains. So it's like gorgeous. It just opened up in January.
Oh.
So everything is like nice and shiny and new and clean.
You think they would have put that money towards like improving the actual train network? But, that's not my job.
We don't prioritize public transportation here in America.
No.
What do you think? No.
So you're in Penn
anyway.
Station.
Well, I'm like trekking through Penn Station, asking every employee I see where I go to store my bag for the day.
Right.
End up walking completely through Penn Station, out the other side, and across the street to the new train hall, where I ask 2 more people where the bag check is. It was like around a corner behind an office. Like, it was not easy to find.
I feel like they're
And I was
never
trying
easy to
follow
find.
the signs. They're not.
No.
They're not. And then, yeah. So I get there. I store my bag. I walk out the door. And I'm like walking down the street. I'm like, okay, I got to get back to like a good area.
Right.
And by good area, I mean like just somewhere I actually want to be.
Fair. Very fair.
So I'm walking down the sidewalk, like in front of this train hall, and I see this woman walking, and she's like walking towards me. And I don't know why, but we like locked eyes. We made eye contact. And she wasn't wearing a mask. And I don't know, something weird just like hit me. And so we're still walking, and then we get alongside each other, and I hear,
Dude, what?
I'm like, did this woman just spit at me? I keep walking. I'm like, cool, calm, collected. But we had the weird eye contact, and then there's this noise right next to me. And it sounded more like a spitting noise than a sneeze.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, am I just being paranoid? Like, why on earth would she spit at me?
I'm speechless. Okay.
I'm speechless too. And so I'm like walking. And like I've got two maxes.
2 maxes?
I got 2 maxes on my face. I have 2 masks on. I'm vaccinated. I'm like,
You wear 2 masks?
let's say depending on where I am.
Right. Sorry.
Depends on the location.
Just curious.
But yeah. I also got shamed for that in a store in Michigan, but whatever. That's a story for another day. Shamed by a trashy human who was wearing a mask as a chin strap. So,
oh, Lord.
Anyway.
Christ. Trash.
Like I said, trash. Literally. So I just keep walking, but I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like, am I making this up? Like, I know I heard the noise, but like,
oh, so you're not really sure?
Well, the noise absolutely happened. And it happened when she was right next to me, like right in line to me. And there was no like distress on her face when we were walking towards each other. There wasn't like oh, I'm going to sneeze, you know?
Oh, right. So
I
you were
was like,
drive-by sniffed.
I was drive-by sniffed / sneezed on / spat on. I don't know.
Oh, it's a mystery.
But it's a mystery because she definitely projected her coronavirus air in my direction.
Her potential coronavirus air.
Potential coronavirus air. But I was like, but why on earth would someone do that on purpose? Like, she can't have done that on purpose, right? But in my mind,
maybe,
for that whole day, I was convinced that it was more of like a spit than anything else.
Right.
But then when I think about it, I'm like, everyone has their own unique sneezes. Like, some people are really extra. Some people have like a little mouse squeak. Like,
yes.
Everyone's
I
got
do
a
have
unique
2 sneezes.
Yeah. Like your private sneeze and like your public sneeze.
Yes. My private sneeze is full on. My public sneeze is achoo. And it hurts to do, but I do it every time.
Like,
Yep.
We tone it down in public.
Yeah.
But then and I literally didn't even think about this until the other day, like after I had already been home for a few days. But I was like, when you sneeze, you kind of like, you turn to the side a little bit, right? Like you're going to do your sneeze in your elbow, or you kind of like, unless you're home alone and you just let it fly, you kind of like turn to the side. So I was like, maybe she just sneezed and it happened to come on as soon as she was next to me.
It's completely possible, but I think this is a cold case. We're never going to know what exactly happened to you.
No, we'll never know, and it's fine. I'll probably never see the lady again. I wouldn't recognize her if I did.
Also, well, would you? I don't know.
Maybe I would. Maybe I'd have like a flashback.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like it would trigger
a flashback to the walk by sneezing.
Right. Your drive-by sneeze.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Not where I thought that story was going.
No.
But enjoyed it nonetheless. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like you had a sniffing at the train station. I had a sniff, sneeze, spit at the train station.
True, they were like parallel experiences.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I just got back from volleyball.
We love volleyball.
We do. And today was like a day where we practiced like diving onto the ground, aka the sand.
Wait, you practice this?
Yeah, because there's like a way you're supposed to hit it if you can't
just
reach.
Just flop on the ground in the sand.
Well, that's the thing, is you're technically supposed to like, the hand that you fall on, depending on which direction you fall. So if you're going to the left, you fall with your right and you hit with your left, and the opposite. So if you fall to the right, you fall on your left and you hit with your right. So you can like reach it.
This is the opposite of what I was expecting it to be.
Right. Well, the thing is you don't want to cross your body. Like what am I going to do if a ball is coming to the right and you can see me, but people can't see me, so never mind.
Yeah, I'm getting confused myself. I'm like leaning
right,
over and like thinking about my arms.
Think about just like the longest you can make. If you move to the left, you'd move with your left arm out as far as possible. Gotcha. And then you were supposed to hit it like not with your forearm, but the soft side, because there's no bone. Oh. And you're supposed to hook it up. Yeah, because there's only 2 of you, and you can't really always, if it's like a short ball. So we had to practice that, and like usually I'm covered in sand when I come home. I was covered in sand, head to toe. Had to disrobe in the shower.
Like you went to the beach.
Yeah, it was like I went to the beach. Yeah, that's what it felt like. My knees are a little raw from the sand, but they're very smooth.
Very exfoliated.
Very exfoliated my knees are. And then one of the
They
girls...
should have told you guys to bring knee pads.
Well, you don't really need them. One girl was wearing pants, though, and I was like, smart. And she was like, yeah, but I'm dying of heat. And I was like, true. That looks miserable.
Yeah.
And one of the girls thought that I was British.
Oh,
and she
love
said,
that
why
for
do you
you.
live in Europe if you're an American? And I started teaching English. She said, and because you love Europe. Because all Americans love Europe. And I said, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have never been into like watching volleyball or anything like that.
Because you're a hater. You hate
I'm a
everything I love.
But I am a hater. But maybe I'm like hyper aware of it now because I know you're going to beach volleyball every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But beach volleyball was literally on my TV like 3 times this week.
What? Like how?
And that was all the times that I turned the TV on. Well, because I had ESPN on watching something else, and then after the show that I was watching ended, beach volleyball came on.
Was it like AVF or something? Like, I don't know.
It was actually college, which I did not know there was college beach volleyball
Neither
like
did I.
competitively.
But I guess that makes sense for like colleges that are like on coasts.
I believe one of the teams was LSU, so that makes sense.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. I would have definitely done that in high school or in university. But it was funny because you say you don't watch it a lot, and I don't really watch it ever as well. But the Olympics are going to be this summer, which means I'm going to be watching it a lot.
Summer Olympics.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. So
It's
excited.
crazy. I know how excited you get for the Olympics. Like wildly excited.
Wildly.
But I feel like that's normal. I feel like I'm abnormal because I've never been like super hyped for the Olympics.
That is abnormal. But I think we're both abnormal. Because the level of interest I have is abnormally high.
Yeah.
Like I put it in my
You are
calendar.
a big fan. Oh.
Yeah. Like TV, computer, tablet, phone, watching 3 things, tweeting at the same time. I've got the whole schedule done. I'll watch anything. Handball, quarterfinals.
Oh my god.
Bicycle, like, what are those things called? Trials.
Cycling?
Trials.
Oh.
Like before
I don't even know
quarters
what
and
that
semis
is.
and finals and stuff like that. Like they have like, I think they're called trials, right?
This is like me with Formula One and football
Yes.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Soccer.
believe the only sports I'm into
Football and
you
football.
hate. What's that about?
I don't know. This is so funny because people will like introduce me as like, oh, this is my friend Allison. Like she knows everything about sports,
Yeah.
like any sport you could ever watch. Because my friends will find out that I'm watching like a random like rugby sevens match, and they'll be like, "What on earth are you watching? Like what?"
Well, do you remember so many episodes ago, I can't remember which one it was, you told me you used to watch wrestling?
Oh my god, I was a huge wrestling fan
Right?
as a
Like,
child.
I'm
I went
surprised
to
that you don't like
WrestleMania.
volleyball or the Olympics. It has so many sports that you enjoy.
That's true. Oh my gosh, you know.
Not
That's a good
WWE,
point.
but, you know, it was like judo.
Not
and
fake
stuff.
wrestling, real wrestling.
True.
You know, there was an Olympian though in WWE when I was watching it.
Oh. I would, but who? I'm not going to know who it is, but who?
I'm pretty sure it was Bobby Lashley. I'm pretty sure he was the Olympian.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm very excited. And unfortunately for you, and potentially for certain listeners, I can't wait to do Olympic-themed episodes in end of July, August. Oh, when you're going to be here.
Oh my god. Surprise! A big announcement. Yeah, so the big announcement is...
Big announcement.
big announcement. And I mean, this will play into something that we're going to talk about in the bottom half. But I purchased a flight to Spain last night at 10:30 p.m.
We're reunited.
I was on the phone with Air France talking to this lady at 10:22 p.m.
She was doing her job.
I had some questions. She was really nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
We are going to have to talk about this announcement later, as we're going to take a break and then get into more New York stories. Parte dos.
Part deux. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed that break.
Yes.
We are going to get into some more New York stories. But first, we'll reread Casey's message because it's been a couple weeks, so we'll just get a little refresher.
It has. Let me find it. Here it is. So, Casey's message was submitted to us through email, a message from postcards@gmail.com, or call us 202-630-4509. 4509. Wee. All right, here we go. First off, loved the journal/planner content. And if you're ever looking to travel for Muji, there's a store in Helsinki Mall that is 2 floors. Absolutely massive. With Allison going to New York soon on her self-guided architecture /food tour, what were your first experiences solo traveling like? Were they terrifying or great? Additionally, can Alice record herself in her New York accent giving a play-by-play of parts of her New York trip? I feel like that would be quality material.
So quality that we're doing 2 episodes.
So quality that we're getting 2 episodes. You, in that first episode, basically talked in a New York accent the entire time, and I could not keep up. It was impressive.
Thank you. It was just flying out of me.
So where did we leave off last time? You were talking about your Airbnb host, I think?
Yeah, I was talking about Rita, my Airbnb host from Morocco. She's been in New York.
I'm just going to laugh this whole time.
For like 23 years or something wild like that.
Living where?
So she moved to New York like 23 years ago.
Oh, wow.
She lives in Astoria.
Right.
I'm telling this woman's whole life story. But whatever. We don't have last names. It's fine.
Yeah, true.
But honestly, though, if you're going and you want to stay in Astoria, first of all, highly recommend the neighborhood.
Oh, you dipped out and dipped right back into that accent.
Highly recommend Rita.
She sounded great.
She was incredible. She was so kind. I think I said this already, but like she shared her iftar with me.
Right.
You know, homemade cake, homemade tea, homemade soup, homemade bread.
Oh my God.
She was just a gem. And we talked in French together.
Oh my God.
Because obviously, you know, she's Moroccan, so she speaks Arabic, but also French.
Love that.
We talked a little bit about the differences between Moroccan Arabic and Egyptian Arabic.
Very cool.
Because it's like very different.
Right, yeah,
apparently.
For sure.
Like Egyptians will not understand Moroccan Arabic for the most part.
Interesting. I didn't know that actually. I know they were different, but not that different.
Yeah, I didn't think they were that different, but I mean, based on her experiences, she said that it was like easier for someone from Morocco to understand Egyptians, but more difficult for Egyptians to understand people from Morocco. Which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like Romanians and like other Romance languages. They can understand those, but like no one can understand Romanian.
Yeah, no.
Interesting. Sorry. Love that.
No,
Continue.
Linguistics is fascinating.
Very, very interesting.
Very interesting. And the other interesting thing, too, was when I checked in and I got in the room and put my stuff down, I noticed on the bookshelf, there were like a handful of books. And there was this book on there that is by Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, yeah, Eckhart Tolle.
Yes. Okay. So, you've heard of him.
I'm vaguely familiar with his work.
So is the book called The Power of Now?
Right. I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah. And you know why I've heard of this? Because of a YouTuber / Instagrammer that we both follow, Damon Dominique.
Oh.
He's like obsessed with Eckhart Tolle.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
Is like always like posting like excerpts from the book and was like trying to get people to read it together a few months ago. Like, and so I'm like,
I think the
this
algorithm
is crazy.
pushed him far down for me. I haven't seen his stuff in ages. I forgot about him.
He's in the U.S. right now.
Oh, wasn't he in France? He was in France last time.
Well, he lives in France. He lives in France, but at the start of the last lockdown, he came back to the U.S. just for like to escape the lockdown. He technically still lives in Paris.
Lucky.
Very.
Interesting. Okay.
But anyway, I'm like, what are the odds I'm having a solo travel experience, which is basically like how he makes his living.
True.
I check into this room. I meet this incredible lady who speaks English and French and Arabic. And then I look at the bookshelf and there's only like 5 books on the bookshelf. What are the odds that The Power of Now is one of those books?
That's a sign.
I'm like, it's a sign. So I'm like flipping through it. And the passages that were highlighted in there, my mind was blown.
My mind was blown.
My mind was blown. I was like, this is exactly why Damon Dominique has been trying to get us all to read this book.
Interesting. RuPaul also loves that book.
Fascinating. So that happened.
Okay. All right. We'll have to save the excerpts for another time.
Yeah.
So we love Rita. We love the Airbnb experience. You're having the best time of your life in Astoria.
Oh, yeah. So Astoria, let's talk a little bit more about Astoria.
Okay.
Because Rita was incredible. Obviously, this is like a very like immigrant heavy area. And like Rita told me about this when she first moved there. It was like mostly just Greeks and Italians. And you notice this, like tons of Greek references in the area. Greek grocery stores, Greek restaurants, Greek cafes. There's like a...
Let me dream.
Right? There was a little park right around the corner from me. It was called like Athens Park or something. It had like statues of like Greek gods or something.
Love. My backyard.
Yeah, right? Right?
Oh, I love that.
This is a sign, right? Because we've been talking about going to Greece this year. Well, I've been talking a lot about going to Greece this year.
We're manifesting. We're straight up manifesting.
We are manifesting.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So, I like, you know me, I like to look up things in advance. I'm prepared. I like to do a little research.
Very.
So, I found this cafe. Boulis Cafe.
Sorry, say that again?
Boulis Cafe.
Boulis Cafe.
Boulis. I don't know, like, Boulis. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Butchering it. Boulis Cafe.
Okay. All right.
So it's like, this is perfect. They're like super well known for their like Greek pastries. There's like this one little thing. They're like they almost look like little mini skinny donuts.
Oh my God, a little mini skinny donut.
Exactly, a skinny donut. But you get like a basket of them, and they have like a nice like honey drizzle, and they have like Greek coffee and everything there.
A basket of honey drizzled small little skinny donuts.
Doesn't that sound incredible?
That sounds incredible. That's the life I want to live. I want to be a basket. I'm going to be one skinny donut in a basket of honey drizzled skinny donuts.
And I will be right next to you. I'll be like the slightly fatter donut that didn't get as skinny.
But the
extra
one that people
batter
like
at
more,
the end.
That's the one people like more, though, because there's like more to it.
Yeah, true. Like the extra batter at the end when you don't have enough for 2, so you got to make one big one.
Oh, yes. Like always, the very last pierogi I make is like, it's like a calzone.
That's me. I'm the calzone pierogi.
Calzone pierogi donut.
So I'm like, this is perfect. It's only a couple blocks away. I was working from my Airbnb on Friday, so I was like, perfect. I'll walk there for breakfast. Good deal.
Right.
So I'm walking. I'm like, I don't see it. This is weird. What's going on? And then I spot it. They're doing facade work on the building. So there's scaffolding, right?
That was hidden.
So I'm like, oh, the patio is not even a patio anymore. There's like 3 tables out there. There's 2 shady old looking men sitting at the patio tables.
Oh,
I was like,
love.
I can't go in there. It's like,
You
just
didn't go in?
I didn't go in.
You were too afraid of the men. Fair.
Yeah,
Very
it's like, and the
I would also be
patio
afraid.
was, the pictures of the patio I saw online was nothing. Nothing like this
Wait, so
patio.
this place is a bust? We're not recommending this place, or are
Well,
we?
here's the thing. They have incredible reviews. And those honey drizzle donuts looks good. I think it's just a bad time for them.
Yeah.
I think it was just a bad time. So
It was not
I'm
the
gonna
power
try
of
them.
now.
No, it was not meant to be in the here and now.
Nor.
So maybe like a year from now or something.
Maybe we're destined to go together.
We are.
Manifesting.
Look at us built in our own
going to that
destinies.
Greek cafe.
Yeah, so
Okay.
but throughout my walks around Astoria, my walks to the subway station, I kept passing this gorgeous Greek restaurant. Gorgeous.
Did you go to that?
I went to that twice.
Was it great?
It was
obviously
great.
you went twice.
It was so incredible.
Oh my
Called
God, I
Akratiri. And the patio was beautiful. Like,
Really raving about these patios.
oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with the patio. It's patio season.
It is patio season.
Also, I didn't really feel like super comfortable eating inside without a mask on. I haven't reached that level of comfort yet.
Interesting. Very valid,
So-
very fair. I think because I'm been living in Madrid and we've just been doing that, like it's
Yeah.
like normal to me now. But I
Yeah,
totally
that's
get
a
it. It was
good
definitely
point.
weird at first.
So, this patio was gorgeous. All the tables and chairs are white. It was big too. It was like, so it was, the building's on the corner. So it's like L-shaped all around the building.
Right,
And then
right.
they have like, everywhere right now has like the installations that they've made in the streets, like an extra patio seating in the street.
Yes. Natalie in New York, our girl from, what is it? I can't remember something at Broadway.
30, what did she say? Like 34th and Broadway, baby.
It's like 50 something at Broadway.
I don't
Not
know.
important.
sure.
She continues to send me like pictures on her walks of like the New York City like outdoor extensions, and some of them trash, some of them fully new buildings.
Right?
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. But yeah, there's a wide variety.
Yeah, the
It-
quality
it ranges.
You know, and some of them are separated by bike lanes. I saw, and I was like, "Ooh, some drunk person gonna get smashed by a bike."
Runt over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one, like I said, gorgeous. The plants that they had on their patio,
The vibes were
high-
peak. It sounds.
the vibes were off the charts. The hibiscus flowers, yellows and pinks and reds and oranges,
Oh
and
my
like these
God.
tall bushes and plants. Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
Oh my God, we love.
We love. So let me tell you about this Greek salad I ate.
Oh my God. Ooh, is it like? Was it typical? Was it traditional?
So, well, they had like the typical Greek salad, but I tried one that I've never had before, and it
Love.
might have been the best thing I've ever eaten.
Oh
I
my
also got
God.
a side of lemon potatoes. Oh my God. They were
Tell me
incredible.
about this Greek salad. What was it? How was it different?
Okay.
What's a typical Greek salad? It's like
Well,
olives.
You think like olives, red onions, feta, maybe some tomatoes,
Tomato,
cucumbers.
cucumber.
Yeah.
That's like it.
Yeah. So this one was very thinly shredded romaine
Oh,
with
there was actual lettuce
tons
to
of
this.
fresh dill and
Okay.
very finely chopped feta tossed in like this lovely lemony olive oil.
Oh my God, I'm about to slide off this yoga ball. This sounds
Right?
divine.
It was so good.
Oh my
And the lemon
God.
potatoes, gorgeous.
What were the lemon potatoes? What's going on there?
So it was like baked in
Right.
like a little mini cast iron skillet.
Love.
And it was just like, right. It was just like long wedges.
Oh my.
Totally skinless,
Oh
but
my
long
God.
wedges. So they were nice and soft.
Where'd the
in, like,
lemon part come in? So they
warm-
were just like
lemony oil with herbs.
Oh my god.
It was so good.
God. I also haven't eaten lunch, so
We're freaking out about these potatoes.
oh, it sounds divine. So,
Okay.
is there anything else, because we're coming closer to the end here, is there anything else you need to say about New York? Because I don't know if we're doing a part 3.
We definitely don't need to do a part 3. So we'll just wrap this up by saying that when I went back to that same Greek restaurant for dinner on my last night, it was just as incredible. I had a grilled vegetable plate. I had a divine orange cake for dessert.
Oh my god.
And they were incredible. I wanted to order a coffee, and my waiter was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, when he brought me the dessert menu, he was like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have coffee right now. I was like, oh, really? I was going to order coffee. He was like, I was just about to go across the street and buy myself one. I'll get you one, too. I'm like, oh my god,
what?
this guy, like, so nice. And then the owner hears this, and he's like, no, I'll make some. So the owner makes coffee. The owner ends up sitting at my table talking to me for an hour.
Oh my god.
We're talking about Greece. We're talking about Astoria. We're talking about all this stuff. It was insane. It was incredible.
This is wild.
Wild. And the moral of the story is...
What's the moral?
Go to Astoria. You'll meet great people. And it's all... No, the moral of the story is solo travel can be incredible. And you can meet awesome people. And, I mean... something that
absolutely 100%.
Yeah. Something that struck me was that both my Airbnb host and the owner of this restaurant, like, they said it unprompted so many times. Like, they love Astoria so much because it's just, like, so safe and comfortable. Like, people are out walking all hours of the night, and everyone's just, like, comfortable and at home, and it's a super safe area, and, like, you don't have to worry about anything.
Right. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. We'll also have to talk about solo experience travel again at some point later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll come up again.
For sure. Should we find a place to publish your recommendations from your trip?
Oh, yeah, we should.
We'll figure that out. We'll take that off
We'll
the
think
pod.
about this.
But
Yeah.
keep your eyes peeled, people. Probably be on the Instagram.
Keep your eyes peeled because the wrecks are coming.
The wrecks are coming. Allison abroad. Well, Allison domestic. Is
Allison partially abroad in New York.
Solo Allison.
Solo coming in hot.
I love that. And this has been great. I truly tantalized by this Greek restaurant. I need to go. But we are done for now. And we want to thank Casey for sending in her message. Obviously, she'll be getting her postcard. There's no postcard update, people. No postcard update today. Unless there is.
I mean, they should be in the mail. So if you haven't received it yet, keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, true. Time. Right. And if you would like to receive a postcard / send us a message, you can do that to either one of two ways. A message from postcards at gmail.com or 202-630-4509 if you're in the U.S. And rate and review, subscribe, yada yada, tell a friend.
Precisely.
Fabulous. Until next time, darling.
See you later.
Bye.
Boy.